Hi guys, I'm Angie with Violet Doodles Boutique. Welcome back. Today I want to tell you about a partnership that I have with Glittaful. They are a glitter company that is a mom and pop shop. They sent over a bunch of different glitters for us to play with. The project that we're going to do today uses about 8 or 9 of them. It's going to be super cute. Anyway, they're all over the socials. They're on Instagram, Facebook, and also YouTube. So go be sure and like, follow, subscribe to them in all of the places. It's Glittaful in all of their socials. I also have a coupon code for you, so that's super exciting. And be sure to head over to their website, glittaful.com. I will put all of the information that I just threw at you in the description of the video. That way you can find it later when you need it. Also, disclaimer, I do have an affiliate with them, so anytime you do use my code, I do get a kickback from that, but it costs you nothing extra. I mean, you're actually saving 15%. So anyway, be sure to use that coupon code, but just know that I am affiliated with them, but I won't show you ever anything that I don't love. So anyway, enjoy the video and I will see you on the other side.
Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to be notified.
Okay, this one is one that we already spray painted. This is the one that we used here. Rust-Oleum Satin Aqua. I did one coat on this one and look how fabulous that is. Wonderful. And I'm going to cover it with Glittaful's Ice Ice Baby. I just have my regular Mod Podge, my handy dandy Mod Podge brush, my Mod Podge is starting to get old. I have chunks. You want to get those out of there because they will show under your glitter. I'll have little bumps. I want to make sure I have a really good coat of Mod Podge on this that's nice and even, because with this base coat of blue I should only need one coat of glitter, as long as it's completely covered and there's no bare spots. Smooth that out real quick. Let's see that before. This color is so pretty. It has a like a pink undertone, like a blue pink opal. And then always remove your tape while the Mod Podge is still wet. All ready. So we'll let that dry and then send it for epoxy. Okay, the tumbler is already glittered and epoxied now, and it's ready for a decal. So I've already cut this. This is just black Oracle 651. I have a piece of transfer tape already on it. And we're going to use this butterfly, sort of like a stencil, or more like, I don't know, coloring in the lines kind of thing. I always like to start my decals in the middle and work my way out. Because there's lots of those little fine lines, really make sure that those get pressed down and stuck onto your tumbler too. Otherwise they'll try to come up when you pull your tape off. Okay, that's cute. It's almost cute, just like that. And then I have a really wide back still, so I cut a decal specifically for Glittaful. So I'm going to apply that on the back. If you don't have one of these, they're super handy. It's a pot scraper I got out of the kitchen section at the store. And then I am from the school of Eyeball It. There's lots of little tricks you can do. I've seen some people even make like little holders that have lasers on them to keep it in line and square, which is super cool. Maybe one of these days I'll make one. Yep. Okay, so this backside now is done. We just need to worry about doing this part. So I talk about base coats a lot in my videos. If you're using any opaque colors, usually you can get away without a base coat, but if you're wanting to get away without having to do multiple coats, sometimes a base coat's still necessary. So on this tumbler, I'm going to show you a little trick on how to base coat each little individual space, since we're using so many different colors of glitter, and we're starting with a blue base instead of a white base. So I just have all of my acrylic colors. These are just the cheap acrylic craft paints that you can get anywhere. I have one for each color of my glitter. So for my red, I'll use my red color, orange, etc. I already have them all portioned out. Now the trick here is just to be really careful and stay in the lines. So I'm going to start with my red. And I'm actually starting away from the edge and kind of pressing it up to the edge of the vinyl. If you're a nail painter, you know what I'm talking about. You'll start before your cuticle and kind of push it up before you bring it back down. Same kind of thing there. Here I got a little bit of paint on the vinyl, so I just took a clean brush and some water. Just kind of cleaned that up a little bit while it's still wet and easy to deal with. Okay, and that gives us a little preview too of what it's going to look like. Already looks like stained glass. So I'm going to let this dry, and then I will come back and I'll go ahead and do it off camera, but I'm going to do a second coat just right over the top with all of these same colors, just to give it a little bit more color and less transparency. And then I will show you how to add the glitter after that. So sit tight. All of our paint is dry now, and I did go back over and just make sure that all of my vinyl was clean. If there's any like hazy areas or you have a little bit of paint on there, once it's dry, you can actually just kind of scrape it off with your fingernail. It comes off really easily. So you want to make sure that that's nice and clean. And then just using regular Mod Podge, I have this huge bucket of it. I'll just go over very carefully where your colors are. Let me get my paintbrush cleaned up here. I've got a little... Okay. Use a different brush. That one had a little bristle that was sticking out further, and I want to be a little bit more precise. Okay. I want to make sure that it's fairly smooth and completely coated. I'm going to use Klaus for my red. And then once it's completely dry, we'll dry brush it and it'll take off all of that that's sticking just with static. It's going to be really pretty. So I'm going to speed this up, that way you can enjoy the rest of your day. Whenever I need to dry brush it, I like to use just a really soft bristle fan brush and just lightly go over the parts that shouldn't have glitter on them. That way I can move on. Okay, we're ready to move on to the orange color, which is High Chew. It has a really fantastic sparkle. So the same process. And I was having a lot of trouble with static, so I switched to a little bit more of a firm bristle brush and using it kind of like a broom just to sweep off everything that was sticking from static. Worked a lot better than the fine soft bristle that I normally use. Those two colors together look awesome. Do the other side. Okay, next we're going to do yellow, which is Pikachu, really bright yellow. green is Amazon. Next up, I'm gonna do blue, which is called Big Blue. Really pretty, sparkly, opaque blue. And I'm actually gonna get a smaller paintbrush. Because these are getting a little bit thinner. Moving on to Purple Orchid. Okay, moving on to pink. Now my base coat here is a little darker than this, but this is an opaque glitter, so it doesn't really show. But it does help prevent any blue from popping through if there was a bare spot. This one is called Pretty in Pink. Okay. I'll clean this up and then we'll move to the white, and I'll show you a little trick with that. Okay, for the white, we're gonna use Peony. It's really pretty. It's almost like a pinkish opal white. And then instead of a paintbrush for my Mod Podge, I have these precision glue bottles I got on Amazon. I'll link it in the comments or in the description. And they come with lots of different little tips. So instead of using a brush, we're just going to make little dots. That's really pretty. So the next thing I'm going to do is let this dry, just because these little dots are a little bit thicker than if I was to brush it off or brush it on with a paintbrush. So I'm gonna let them dry before I dry brush. And then I will go back and just double check that I don't need to touch up any. Like right here, I have some blue that I either missed the Mod Podge or I let it dry too quickly or I knocked it off at some point. So I'm just gonna go around and double check that everything is coated the way that I like. And then I'm going to seal it. And let me show you what I'm gonna seal it with. So once everything is completely dry and touched up the way that I like it, I'm gonna seal it with my clear gloss Rust-Oleum spray paint. And I do that just because I have lots of colors going on here, and when I'm putting the epoxy on and I'm rubbing over it, I don't want to misplace any of this glitter. I want it to stay just where it is. So then after that dries, I'll be ready for epoxy. Now with these little glue bottles, they do come with little rubber caps that go over the top, and oh, here it is, to help keep it from drying out. If you're going to be coming back to this frequently, you can just do that. If you think that this is going to sit for a few days or a week or something, I would definitely rinse out these tips and they just pop right off. That way your glue doesn't dry inside the metal tip because it's kind of difficult to get out. So if it's just going to be for a day, these work fine. Otherwise, clean them out really well. Ask me how I know. Okay, so let this dry and then touch up and let it dry again and spray clear, then epoxy, and we're ready to go. Here we are, it's all sealed now with the clear spray paint and it's all cleaned up. So now the last thing to do is just to give it some epoxy to protect it. It'll probably take 2 coats because some of this glitter is a little bit more coarse. It sticks up a little bit. So that'll be next. I'll tape off my top and bottom and get that going. Just wanted to show you the finished product. This one did take 2 coats of epoxy over the glitter with a light sanding in between. I just wanted to show you how beautiful that sparkle is. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to go and find Glittaful in all of the places: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Give them a like, a follow, a subscribe to show your love with them. Also, head over to their website, glittaful.com, to buy any of these gorgeous glitters. I will link them all in the description. And remember to use your code VDB15 to get all of your discounts that you want. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Head over to our Instagram, head over to our Facebook and the website, all the things. Link everything in the description below. If you have any questions, send me a comment or a message, and I will see you later. Bye, guys. I want to first just show you all these beautiful glitters that I was sent from Glittaful. This one especially I love. It is an irregular cut opal. I cannot wait to use that one. Another pinkish opal peony. And this black is really pretty. It has some silver flecks and some, looks like some diamond cut holographic. Ice Ice Baby I will be using on this cup. Expecto Patronum. Lolly. Sprinklicious. I also love tinsel. It is so much fun to work with. Amazon is a really gorgeous green. Klaus. Big Blue. Purple Orchid. Oh, it looks like I've got a stray little snowflake. It's pretty orange Haichu. Pretty in pink. And this really bright Pikachu yellow. So for this project I will be using all of these rainbow colors plus black. I like to work from jars instead of out of the bag, so I wanted to show you all of these before I transferred them into the jars. Since I mentioned my dump jars, I was going to just show you, I have one of these little canning jars for each color of the rainbow, black, white, all of the rainbow colors, pink, purple, and I use them. Like this one has some blues and a few flakes of red and some other ones mixed in. So I don't want to waste the glitter. I just have all of this purple mixed. And I use it for just custom mixes and cups whenever I need a purple or whatever color. And then it's fun to just shake it up and see what kind of color you get. This one is actually turning out really pretty. And then I have just a bigger jar of just my mixed, all of the colors mixed together, like this one. Everything that kind of fell off as I was tapping. It's just kind of a muddy mix, but it's pretty as a base coat for like geodes and other things. And whenever it's full, I guess I'll have to get another jar because I don't really use it that often, but I just hate throwing all of this glitter away. Look at that. So anyway, that's my dump mix. Just a little side tip.